John Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, taxiing to runway 02 via east tie downs, John Tune traffic.
Alright, let's do it. One second, let me take controls real quick.
You got it. Your controls.
My controls.
Oh, to traffic citation 512 Quebec Sierra, 13 to the south. We'll be doing the RNAV GPS runway 2 at John 2.
Thought wheels up was coming around, so it's gonna swing us out. Your controls.
My controls. I thought you were noticing that like maybe they switched it up again or something.
No, I just didn't know if he was gonna come over this way, and I didn't want us to get into a little traffic jam here, so.
Yeah.
We got a citation coming in for runway 2 as well, so I was like, this is what we're doing right now. As you come to an intersection, we're a little downhill here, so just ease back a little on the throttle. Anticipate this turn here. We don't want to make these turns quick. Start your turn to the left. Clear left and right. And
More brake than I want to use, I guess. Or do you kind of have to?
You'll get better at it,
yeah.
Leading it a little bit with just pedal. But if you have to, you know, just give the brake a little tap and you'll turn a little quicker. It'll tighten that radius of turn. This is a perfect speed right here. FAA says a brisk walk.
Yeah, I've heard that, but nobody does that.
No. I swear, some of these caravans and light jets could just pull back and they'd like go flying.
John 2 traffic citation 512 Quebec Sierra coming up over Worcester on the RNAV GPS runway 2, John 2.
So when you said it was perfect speed, I looked, it was 8.7, so that's going to be my new perfect speed. It's going to feel slow to you.
Right around 10 is good.
Oh, here we go.
I'll give you 10 plus or minus 3 knots.
Yeah, there was no way that rudder was going to get that for me. Okay.
And let's just make it pretty standard here to go straight, left along the grass, and then point right at the runway.
Okay.
I'm guessing these are all new, these hangars.
Yeah, post-tornado.
Yeah, they had to all get ripped down.
John 2 traffic citation 2 Quebec Sierra, 5 mile final runway 2, John 2.
How's this?
Beautiful, just keep it coming all the way into the corner here.
Do I want to angle towards final?
Angle it out a tad. Good.
Okay.
And really the reason is because if someone comes behind you, we're going to be blasting our prop wash right onto them, right? So I would maybe even like, here, let me take it.
Yeah.
And maybe even go more like...
Kind of a 45.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Cool.
We're blown into the grass, you know.
Awesome. Okay. I'm back on the brakes as well.
All right, your brakes.
All right.
2 traffic 2 Quebec Sierra, 2 mile final runway 2.
All right. Pre-taxi, we never did check the attitude indicators, but we'll do that again. But turn coordinators, looks like it's doing things.
Yeah, we could do that on the instrument check.
All right, so run up, brakes set, fuel set to both. Trim for takeoff. And it looks takeoff like. Flight controls.
You set that to both earlier, or was it on both?
I set it to both as per the checklist in the initial because
Cool.
it forces you to do it then.
Yep, just checking.
Yeah. All the controls work. Yeah. Instruments. So we have a leveled attitude indicator. We have altimeter reading nearly within spec. We don't care about VOR. Airspeed's reading 0. Heading indicator is looking pretty close to the magnetic, but maybe a little to the touch to the...
Airspeed or...
I'm sorry, vertical speed.
There you go.
Yeah. Airspeed is zeroed out.
Cool.
Turn coordinator is on and level, and showing us that we're already out of coordination.
That looks good. Runway's bugged. All right, cool.
Runway's bugged. So that would be...
A little bit more to the right. A little bit more. That's 010. That's 020.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I have...
So the longer lines are multiples of 10 degrees, and then the shorter ones are multiple of 5.
It's one of those things where I know it, but there's different intervals for different things, and my brain hasn't processed it yet. But yeah, so...
We're getting there.
Cool, yeah. Instruments seem good. Digital tack is tacking. Mixture...
Tacking, I like that.
Amps are at 0. All the fuel gauges are working. Everything seems like it's good. Okay, so now we're going to go full rich. Mixture for best power. And then we're going to make sure the primer is in and locked. It is in and locked. We're going to go to 1700 RPM. I'm still mashing these brakes. I'm so
nice
scared.
and easy.
I don't know why.
Needs a little bit of light pressure.
Yeah. Where's the RPM? Oh,
You'll know if it's
digital
not
tack.
enough pressure because
I have to look for the... Yeah. So we'll go to 1700. Close enough for rock and roll. Mag test. We'll go... We're both. Now we'll go to right. Oh,
a little too far.
A little too far?
There you go.
Let me go back to both and get a sense of that again. Hold on. So here we are both. 2 clicks over. Minus 100. Back to both. Back to the left. Pretty equal drop. Perfect. Mags look good.
Carb no more than 125 drop, and then no more of a disparity of 50 RPMs between the 2 drops.
Copy. Carb heat test. Got a little bit of a drop there, so it's working. Suction gauge in the green.
Radio check. Loud and clear.
Amps are at 0. What was the thing we do to test that again?
You can shut off the alternator on the left side of the master switch.
Are traveling from
and that's the indication you'll get if you lose your alternator.
I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Okay, oil pressure is good. Oil temperature is coming up. Idle check closed. I'm gonna pull this back to idle. Check the throttle friction, it's a little tight. But we don't want it too loose either. Alright, so that concludes our run-up checklist.
Okay, that looks good. And let's see, run-up checklist is good. Let's go through pre-takeoff.
Pre-takeoff, so flaps at 0, mixture for best power, carb heat off, heading to compass.
And we already got that, that looks good.
Transponder squawk 1200, and ADSB we need to turn on.
Yeah, so just nav lights.
Which one is that over here? I can't read. Oh, here we go. ADSB is doing things. Doors, windows. You good?
I'm all set, man.
Alright. Landing light is on. Strobes as required. Are they required?
You can leave strobes off for now during the day.
Okay. Note the time. Brakes release. We have our abort plan. We already talked about that.
Operation vehicle is 733 Charlie
And so now,
yeah, go ahead, Charlie Sierra.
I am in need to put these vehicles right down here near this directional sign. Are we going to be in your way?
We can go ahead and pull up to the hold short line. We're about ready to take off.
Affirmative. We'll just hold short here.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and pull up.
proceeding to the hold short.
All right, so before they interrupted us, what were you saying there?
I was doing the pre-flight or pre-takeoff.
We got everything on there.
Yeah, we got everything on there.
Okay, perfect.
And the last thing I said was that we had already talked about the abort plan.
Perfect. We'll say already, as previously discussed.
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah. And, oh, that's the terminology? As previously discussed.
That'll work for now.
Okay, all right. So, and then the only other thing I want to sort of make sure I'm aware of here is that I am clear on V speeds and what we're trying to do here. So basically, I'm gonna line up, we're gonna compare these, make sure they're good, then we're gonna go full throttle within 5 seconds. We're gonna get down, once we get to 55, gentle back pressure, then once we're up and we're maybe at a couple hundred feet or something, I don't know, then I start trying to look for 80.
Yep.
Pitching for 80, because we'll be at full power.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
That's everything?
Yep.
All right, put this here.
And I would probably start applying back pressure a little bit before 50. Right about like 40 or so is when I'll start
to lighten up
back.
the wheel?
Just get the nose wheel up off the ground and then just set it there. And at 50 is when you should rotate.
Can you hold this checklist?
Yep, got it.
Like I said, I'm trying not to cover this
I got you.
anymore. So now the radio call will happen, and we need to look first before we do anything.
So run me through your radio call real quick.
Yeah, we'll run through the radio call. So the radio call is John Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, taking runway 02
Departing runway 02.
Departing runway 02 for left crosswind departure. Is that right?
I would be careful on saying stuff like departing runway 2 for...
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, you're thinking.
I would just say departing runway 2, left crosswind departure.
I didn't hear that call. I don't know if that was important or not. All right, so let me do the radio call again. Hold on. So the radio call is John Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, departing runway 02, left crosswind departure, John Tune traffic.
That's it.
Okay. All right, ready to rock?
Ready to rock.
All right. John Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, departing runway 02, left crosswind departure, John Tune traffic.
Wow, perfect.
All right.
All right, let's go.
And I understand that we don't want to dick around on the runway. I'm trying not to do that, but I'm also just trying not to rush through anything either. This will get more smooth.
The radio call we missed was their taxi call.
Oh, okay.
You're all right. Crosswind from the left.
Try to get lined up just a little better before I kick this thing in. All right, we ready to rock?
Ready to rock.
All right, here we go. Heels to the floor. Full throttle. Well, there's the right rudder. Okay. 40, a little bit of back pressure.
The back pressure coming, and we're up.
More right rudder.
Speed.
Pitch for... Whoa.
What's going on?
Just feeling like I'm squashing, or the rudder input it needs is a lot. I'm going a little slow.
Yep, so...
And my hand's not on the throttle.
There we go. Alright. Seems like you're fighting the yoke a little bit. There you go.
Trying to get a little speed here.
Tighten up that throttle friction a little bit. If you need it. Seems like you might.
More right rudder. I'm not holding on to that rudder.
Alright, there's 1,000.
Okay. Can you do the crosswind call?
I got it. Let's go. Let's turn crosswind though.
Go ahead and turn.
But yep. Tune traffic 3 Charlie Sierra is turning left crosswind, runway 02, tune traffic. So roughly like a wet setting, right? Because we're basically north on upwind. So now we're turning to the west.
Oh, I'm not stepping on the ball, I'm stepping opposite the ball.
Oh.
That's what I was doing. I was like, why is it taking so much rudder input? Gotta press the right one.
Step on the ball, squish the bud, ball in the cage, you know, there's all your mnemonics. A little bit of right rudder. There you go. Alright, climb checklist, power set, mixtures rich.
5880 Echo, depart runway 02, be departing straight out for
And taxi landing light off.
Taxi light. I just have a hard time reading this stuff. This is the taxi light. And where is the landing? Is this a landing light?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just, you know, they are a little tricky to read. I just try to remember that taxi landing light are right up there next to each other. That lights like that are pretty standard for this Cessna model. They're just always going to be like that.
This is the smoothest I've ever felt an airplane. Seriously.
It's kind of nice, huh?
Oh my god, I'm not going west, but now I can just
Now you're going to try and
ease
get
on
me
over.
You're going to try and get me up here at like 6 a.m. now that you've got a taste of it.
I know, this is amazing. My god, this is so much easier.
Like butter, huh?
Now I have no excuses.
That's true. No excuses now.
So it seems like I need to, if you're at full power, you kind of always have to have a little bit of right rudder in to be fully coordinated.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like you can never really let it off.
No. And also because we're in a climb, so we got more P factor now, because you're pitched up.
Yep.
You're just getting it. A max power climb is basically going to be, you know, one of the situations where you're going to need the most right rudder. Slow flight is another one.
Now this is amazing. This is like the first time I've ever flown a plane.
Yeah, I know. It's different, huh? You have been getting knocked around pretty good.
Oh, this is so cool. All right, we're coming up on 3,000, so I want to pull power a little bit and...
Yep, so just pitch power trim.
Turn traffic airman 227, we're taxiing from the tie-down to runway 02 to turn.
Tan traffic, Cessna 80 Echo, departing to the northeast, last call, climbing through 2,000.
Have fun.
Thanks, man, see you a bit.
See ya.
Still kind of overshooting these climbs. I feel like I'm getting out of it in time, and then it just, there's something about when you level off and you pick up speed, and then it kind of goes again, right? So
Well, right, because more velocity is going to be more lift, right?
Yeah, not pulling enough
so it's
power.
almost like you need to increase that pressure as it speeds up, right?
Went down a little bit here to compensate.
But those are little fundamentals that you'll just start kind of doing.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get more out of like feel today than I've ever gotten already.
Yeah,
like I have so much a better sense of what's happening.
This is great. Go ahead and bug your heading. Put it on west over there.
Here?
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Pretty nice, huh?
This is unbelievable. I think though, like making all of the corrections that you have to make when it's real bumpy early on is super distracting.
It's hard. It's hard to take it all in when you're fighting to just hold straight and level. You know?
Yeah.
Well, we're just cruising out to get some distance in the practice area. Let's review the GPS.
Yeah.
So, do you remember how to set this up?
So like in terms of return to airport?
Yeah, just to enter in John C. Tune, there's the first button you press, and it's that D with the arrow through it right there. Go ahead and hit that. Give it a good press. There you go. Now, not that one. That's the comm over here. So you won't screw with that at all on GPS. This is only for communication. So it's this right knob here, and it's the little knob first. and then big knob goes over, and then JWN, Juliet Whiskey November. Whenever you're doing stuff like this, it's like a couple seconds here, back to your flying.
Yeah.
A couple seconds here, back to your flying, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want to fixate. There you go. Tune, enter, enter at the bottom. There you go. So now you got a ground speed, you got a distance, you got a current track, and a desired track to take you back to John C. Tune.
Great. Okay.
Tune traffic clear. Tune traffic clear 5 Uniform Bravo. 4 miles to the northwest. Entering, setting up for left downwind, runway 2. Tune traffic.
Crazy.
Yeah. You can pretty much trim it out and go hands off when it's like this.
Tune traffic, 2, Tango Echo departing runway 2.
So, I know we've talked about this, but in the afternoon the ground heats up, the air in contact with the ground warms, and when it warms up it wants to rise. So you get this lifting kind of action off the terrain called thermals. You'll typically see birds, you know how when you see them circling, they're riding thermals up so they can just glide basically as they lift up in the air, and then you'll just see them break off, you know, and so they do that to conserve their energy. So that's what you're feeling when you are getting all those bumps. And it's just, you know, there's a lot of terrain here. I think the water, it shares the same fluid, or air shares the same fluid properties as water, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's going to hit the terrain and splash up and give you turbulence and create these little eddies and currents and updrafts, you know. So it's doing the same thing as water does when it hits a beach, you know, or hits some rocks. So as you get lower, it's going to be worse, you know. So these are just kind of things to start to consider. In the morning, it's always going to be more smooth like this.
Yeah.
Or late in the evening. Seems like around here, around 11 or noon, is when it starts to get a little wild.
Yeah. So what? When we get out here, what is our first agenda item? Are we just gonna kind of cruise around, or
I think what I want to do first is go into some slow flight, and we'll just do turns, climbs, descents, and just toy around with slow flight.
Okay.
We could make a radio call. So where are we right now?
So that's a very good question. You can tell me.
Well, let's think about it for a minute.
Traffic 5 Uniform Bravo.
So we're 10 miles, right?
Runway 2.
We turned off the airport to the west, and we haven't turned since
Oh,
then.
right, yeah.
So we're just 10 miles west, right?
Right.
Okay. So let's say you could say tune traffic 3 Charlie Sierra is 10 miles to the west, maneuvering 3000.
So the call will be John Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, 10 miles west of the field, maneuvering
3000.
at 3000.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to run that again, because that's a new one.
Yep, you got it. Take your time, no rush.
So it'll be, the call will be John Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, 10 miles west of the field, maneuvering at 3000, John Tune traffic.
That's it.
Alright. John Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, 10 miles west of the field, maneuvering at 3000, John Tune traffic.
Wow, you sound like an airline pilot. There you go. Alright, let's do a couple clearing turns. So I just do 90 degrees left, 90 degrees right. Let's clear the area and look for traffic.
Alright, so I'm going to lift this wing up first.
There you go. And then
look, and then I'm going to turn this direction.
Just shallow bank will do. And if you look at your instruments while you do this, I'm going to smack you.
Oh. I thought you were saying if you don't look at your instruments.
No, because this isn't a performance maneuver. I'm not testing you here. We're looking for traffic, right?
That's right.
I won't really smack you.
Yeah. Alright, that's a slow as hell clearing turn, but that is 90 degrees of clear, as far as I can tell.
Looks pretty good. Beautiful
Almost,
morning, huh?
Yeah. But now I can see. Now, okay.
Looks good. Let's go back to the west.
I raise this wing, look around, and then cut into this turn. back pressure to try to compensate.
That's all right. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and settle back onto west.
John 2 traffic, 5 uniform Bravo, clear of runway 2, John 2.
And I'm gonna have you set me up in slow flight. Kind of talk me through it. And let's start right at 3,000 feet, because I want you to maintain 3,000 the whole time.
Stand by for 3,000. I'm trying not to go too quick to make these adjustments because I end up sort of just overcompensating in direction and it just chases and it's annoying.
There we go, I'd level it there. There you go, about maybe like 10, 20 feet before you get there.
John 10.
Ah, come on. Had it.
John 10, King Air, now the Golf Tango is 18 to the southwest, inbound runway 2.
A quick pre-maneuver check could just be wheels on both, flaps up, mixtures rich, carpeets in, mags on, master on. So anytime you just generate like a flow for this kind of stuff, and I just do this inverted L. Both, rich, flaps up, carpet, you know, just a quick check from here and over.
Yeah.
All right, and let's go into slow flight when you're ready here.
All right, what's the, I was practicing, in my mind I was ready for steep turns.
Oh.
So I was not looking to, but we need to review this. I barely have done this, so that's fine.
Okay,
so just walk me through though.
So it's just like when you're coming into land, you're gonna go carpeet, power, flaps. So let's go ahead and pull carpeet.
All right. Carpeet.
Let's ease some power back, and as we lose thrust, to maintain lift, we'll have to pitch back. So start pitching up. I'd bring it all the way back to at least 1600 or so. Keep pitching up, maybe roll some trim up to help you out. Yeah, keep it coming, because we're pitching all the way up for 60 knots. First notch of flaps as we get in the white arc.
Ready? Okay, we're good for that?
Yes, sir. Oh, there's our balloon that we know about. We're losing some altitude. We're in the white arc, so let's add some power back in for altitude. And there you go, all the way to 2,000. Big push.
Justin, traffic, where's he at?
Perfect. Right there, let's set it at 2,000 for now.
We're on the approach for runway 2.
Another notch of flaps. Just right past the little indent there.
Justin, traffic, King Air, now the Golf Tango's on
I'm going to have you maintain 55 knots.
Runway 2.
I'm trying to climb right now?
No. So how do you manipulate power? Or, I just said it. Altitude with power. So remember, power for altitude, pitch for airspeed. If you reduce that power, that altitude will come back to you. So I see that vertical speed just slowly dip down into the negative. Let's ease it back over to west. Shallow bank to the right. Nice and light on the controls, no death grip. Not saying you are, but just a reminder.
Oh.
And go ahead and give me left turn to south.
Around a 5-mile final runway 2.
10-degree banks here.
Justin, King Air, now the Golf Tango short final runway 2.
We're getting you comfortable controlling this thing at slow speeds when the controls get mushy.
Put my hand on the throttle for all this.
That's right.
Union City traffic, 7650 Kilo November, 10 miles southwest, inbound full stop. Union City.
Go ahead and reach over and get another flap in. Alright, we're at full flaps. There you go, you pitched for airspeed, I like to see that. Power's getting, or altitude's a little low, so that's some power.
My heading got off a little bit here, but slightly was back to south.
Still losing altitude.
Just traffic, meridian 488 Whiskey Alpha, 2 miles final, runway 2.
Still losing altitude. There you go. Big power inputs, right? When you have all, look, think about how much drag you have in here right now. We got full flaps, and we're pitched up at a high angle of attack.
Still need more.
You know how much that takes?
Yeah. That's all of it. Got no more power.
Full power to climb with those flaps down. But we're going. It's just getting only about 100 feet per minute.
That's the first time I've felt that. That's really interesting. The deficit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring flaps back to 20. So just eat it up right there. That's good. It'll be a little sink. Now you're climbing, so let's reduce some power. Watch the speed. Good. Okay, let's go left to east.
Alright. Left, east.
Still climbing. Oh, other way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm getting you all screwed up now.
I wasn't quite settled yet in the coming out of the last one. My brain has to reset. So you don't want to go beyond standard rate generally, right?
No, we'll keep it under standard rate always when we're in slow flight. A little fast, so what are we gonna do? Pitch up a little bit. Not power, we're climbing. Pitch fair speed, power for altitude.
Fast and high. I need to pull back
So I'd
here.
pull power and pitch up.
Power and pitch up.
I'd pull power back to 1700 and pitch up. There you go. We're gonna just hammer it into your head that it's power per altitude, pitch fair speed.
Yeah, the thing
And
is,
that's
like
how
I
I like
said,
to
I
screw
know
with
it.
you. I'll say you're fast, and you'll go to, pull power out. But,
Yeah.
that's...
No, I know it fully. It's just
Right.
about getting my brain to properly tell my body what to do relative to the instruments.
Exactly.
It's crazy how I fully understand it. It's just
Yeah.
like
And then you get in here and it's like,
yeah. So all right. So I'm at 60. That's still a little fast,
so I just
but I'm
pitch it up
sinking a little bit.
That's fine. You can still pitch up, and you'll keep sinking. Maybe reduce a little power.
My target is 55.
Yeah. Basically what we're doing is we're going 50 knots plus 10 minus 0. That's what I want you to maintain right now.
Losing altitude, that's what I want to do because I'm too high. And then I'm still a little fast, so I gotta pitch up. Heading is good. Now I'm on airspeed. And I'm dropping a little bit, but it's gonna start to go past, so I gotta put a little in before it gets there. Thinking. Alright. But now, and I'm trimmed. A little bit of power. A little bit of airspeed. Such a weird little dance.
Yep, and just remember, if you're trimmed out, just go ahead and let go.
Yeah.
Pretty good. SISKIND, you can fly this thing with one figure. You know?
Alright, now I should get it back on my heading.
Alright, so I'm going to give you a little exercise here. I'm going to have you stay on east. And I'm going to have you do a constant airspeed descent. So I want you to maintain 55, but I want you to descend down to 2,500 on east.
Alright, so airspeed 55, altitude 2,500 at the east heading, is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so here we are at 55, we're already pointed east.
Yep.
We just need to lose 500 feet. So theoretically, this is just about pulling power.
Yep, and what's going to happen when you pull power?
Nose is going to go down.
Right, so you got to pitch up to maintain.
City traffic, down 650 Kilo November, turning left downwind for runway 19.
Sorry, that's loud.
That's all right. Yeah, exactly. So when you reduce power, the plane's tendency is to pitch down. So when you start this maneuver, you're going to have to instinctually just kind of pull up a little bit.
That seems to be a fair descent, trimmed at airspeed, on heading mostly.
Good, perfect. This is just what I wanted.
I think that part of it too is I have to be patient about, like I said, I'm trying to force adjustments to get me to the place that I need to go, but you got to let things happen.
Yeah.
Very good exercise. I like this.
Yeah.
All right. So this will be helpful when I'm trying not to die landing.
And you could even, let's pull back a little more power. We could increase our rate of descent.
You're like, yeah, it's good that you're trying to like massage it into place, but maybe we should actually just bend.
Yeah, we can get it going. A small correction back to the right to east. And then once you get to 2,500, I'm going to have you go full power and do the same thing and climb back to 3,000. I think you know what's going to happen when you go full power.
Head to the back of the seat. Feel the power. No, sorry, I'm not quite focused at this second. So let me just, I'm supposed to be going east?
Yep.
55. Throwing around now. 55. Never quite got to this altitude you want me to get to.
Let's keep it going down to 2,500. About 80 to go.
Oh, blew past it.
Right, full power. All the way in, full power?
Oh, all the way in. Carby.
Yep, full power though. Okay, carby in. Maintain 55.
You want to keep the 55?
Yep.
Traffic, 516 November.
Keep the 55.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Gotcha.
And I'm also going to have you give me a shallow left bank to north while you're keeping it at 55 in the climb here.
Whoa. Airspeed drops real fast.
Too much bank. There you go, easy. Just little corrections. Actually, keep going to 330. We can bug 330. I want you to just recover, just settle in at 3,000 here. Let's ease some power back. Maintain 55 knots. Good. Put more power back, still climbing. Look at that.
Because it got his flaps in.
Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's toy with the stall horn a little bit. So, let's go ahead and just start easing the pitch up.
I didn't get my heading very
That's
well.
all right, don't worry about it. This is fine.
All right.
Okay, so let's find that stall horn.
All right.
And then as soon as you hear it, I want you to just slightly pitch down to get rid of it. That's it. Just barely let it down. There you go. See how quickly you can get out of that?
Yeah.
You can also, here I'll take controls.
Not trimmed perfectly. Okay, there you go.
You're not
controlled.
trimmed perfectly.
Wow, I was getting ready to, man.
Messing with you. Also, I could still just fly around like this. Controls are gonna get super mushy, but we're still flying. Now, basically what this means here is any more pull is basically an imminent stall. So if I pull back any further, we could stall. So that should be an instant warning to just, you know, lower the nose. A situation where realistically I think you could get into this early on is coming in on final right at 60 knots.
Yeah.
And you find, you see that you're low. Let's say you see 4 red, right? And you say, okay, I'm low, I need to level off, you know? So you level off, but you don't add power.
Yeah.
So now your airspeed just, you know, is gonna just seriously start bleeding off on you.
Put the nose down, go around.
Yeah, because our power setting that we set for approach is 1500 roughly, right? So let's say I'm coming in at 60 knots. And this is like our stabilized approach right here. Fixed power setting, pretty much fixed rate of descent down to a predetermined point. So I'm coming in here, I'm nice and stable, it's great. About 400 feet per minute, and then I see, oh my gosh, I have 4 red, I'm so low. So I'm gonna level up to intercept that glide slope, and then watch the airspeed.
Yeah, that's at 604.
It's just bleeding, it's quickly bleeding, you know? So if I'm gonna level off on final, pretty much anytime you change pitch or power, you're doing something with the other one too.
I can see how like you would also, if you had one distraction going on, like one little thing, like a radio call or a checklist, whatever, something.
You're like, oh, I'm low, you level off, you're about to add power, but then someone says something on the radio, so you go and you know, you're all disgruntled. So let's say I want to maintain that 60, you know, obviously you just kind of, okay, I'm going to level off, I'm going to put in like 200 RPM. And then see, it just stays right on 60, and we're level. You know, so these are the kind of things you want you to start picking up on and doing. Let's say I'm slow, you know, and I lower the nose, and I get my speed back, but I leave the power in. Now I'm getting way too fast, right? So I inch some power out to maintain that 70 or 65 or whatever it is. So just anytime these kind of work together, you know. All 4 limbs here are doing something always.
Yeah.
You should have both feet on the pedals like this at all times. One hand in the yoke, one on the throttle. All right, I'll give you controls back.
My controls.
Your controls. So what I'm gonna have you do now is pull up to the stall horn, and then we're gonna pretend like we're coming into land. We heard the stall horn over the runway, and we're going around, and we're rejecting the takeoff.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and pull it up to the stall horn. Remember, you don't need too much nose down, just enough to get rid of the stall horn. All right, full power. Hold it, full power all the way in there. Hold it level, let that airspeed come back to you. Okay, we're going around. Flap 1, flap up. There's a little sink. We're transitioning to 80 RVY. Positive rate of climb on the vertical speed, and we're going around. So that's what you're gonna do when you do a go around.
Yeah.
There's gonna be one day where we're coming into land and I say go around.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna reach over and you're gonna hit the flaps up. And
oh, that's bad.
That's bad because
you need the flaps right then. You don't have positive rate of climb.
Right, you're gonna sink.
Yep.
So if you try and pull those flaps up with a low power setting over the runway, you could sink and hit the runway. So always, 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 you can always go around, no matter what, you can always go around.
Oh, yeah.
And always go full power right away when you go around, okay?
And carb heat in.
Yep, and Just be careful, you know, you might inadvertently have a lot of up trim when you add that power. Watch, I'll take controls again.
Your
Let's say
control.
I have a lot of up trim. Now I'm at a 1500 power setting. You might not even realize it. Maybe you just accidentally have too much up trim in there, right? Well, as soon as I add full power, whoa, there goes that nose, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna freak you out, you're gonna get slow, and that's a power on stall, right?
Yeah,
So,
waiting to happen.
yeah, be careful with that. Alright, your controls.
My control. So, gonna be full power. Leave the flaps in.
Yep, build the airspeed.
Full power, right rudder, carb heat in, leave the flaps until you have a positive rate of climb. Be ready for, when you put the power in, for the nose to be coming up anyway.
Yep, so you're gonna need that forward pressure.
And you're wanting to get speed anyway.
Yep.
And then after that, once you see positive rate of climb, then 10 degrees of flaps at a time.
Okay.
On the way out, maybe.
Yep.
To avoid the sink.
All right, let's get ready to head back. We're kind of running out of time, so
Great.
let's grab our weather.
Sky condition, clear, below 12,000. Temperature, 14 Celsius. Dew point, 7 Celsius. Altimeter, 3015. Inches of mercury.
That hasn't really changed.
Remarks?
Runway 20 is the calm wind runway. Calm winds are 3
direct.
knots or less.
Give it a hard
Frequency
push.
bleed over may occur
Enter.
1.75 nautical miles north of the airport. There is bird
let's go ahead and
activity
turn.
in the vicinity of the airport.
It's telling you.
Air traffic control tower construction is underway east of midfield. The tower is not yet operational.
John C. Toon Airport. Automated weather observation 1456 Zulu. Wind 270 at 9 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000. Temperature 14 Celsius.
All right, you can go ahead and initiate a descent. We're going to start our descent down to pattern altitude. You remember what that is?
It's me 1500
Good.
and 1.
Tune traffic, set 604, taxi, runway 22.
We should be using runway 20. We'll see what it looks like they're doing when we get a little closer here.
Tune traffic, call straight 1360 Charlie. Following. 604, taxi runway 2.
Nope, sounds like they're still using 2.
There you go.
Good, just turn me like 060 for now. Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra is 10 miles west on the 45 for the left downwind, runway 2, tune traffic. Got a little bump here as we get lower here.
Shot traffic, helicopter 75175, 745, left downwind, runway 920.
Before landing, we got landing light on.
Can I do it?
Yep.
I want to practice descending while reading.
Perfect.
All right. Descent. Is that where we are? Yeah. Descent. Rich. Fuel. Both. Carb heat as required. At the AWAS. Altimeter set. Instruments are good. Heading
A little steep on the descent. We're going 1,000 per minute. Let's go 500.
That's good. That's what's going to happen when I do this.
Yeah.
So thank you. Yes. And that's complete.
Okay, then you have the pre-landing, which is landing light on.
Pre-landing, landing light on.
The right one.
Autopilot off. Seat belts. Mixture of best power. Carb heat on. Fuel both. Flaps as required. Pre-landing. Checklist complete.
Alright.
And we are at pattern altitude.
Okay.
So I will level this off.
Do it.
And it back to you, I guess. Whatever you want me to do.
Let's continue. Your control still. Oh, going down through pattern altitude. Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, 5 mile 45, runway 02, tune traffic. 060, a little more to the left here.
Tune traffic, King Air 871 uniform pop, we depart now runway 2, tune traffic.
Alright, so you just went through your pattern altitude a little bit, so just, you know, lead that level off a little quick, sooner.
Say it again?
We just went through our pattern altitude a little bit, so just lead that level off a little sooner.
What do you want me to do right now?
Continue right here for now.
Okay.
Got runway in sight yet?
No, but I know where it is.
See that little tower right there? About 1 o'clock.
No.
Alright, just continue this heading for now. A little strong on the power. You can probably bring it back to like 2200.
Okay. Oh, here we are on the 45. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we're going to swing around this way and enter the left 45. So
Okay.
Keep this heading for here for now.
We're kind of late on the 45.
It's a King Air 871 uniform pop, Spartan Air, last call 2.
Then we just kind of swing over the prison and aim at midfield. Now you just hold it for a second here. Let's fly right over the prison. Alright, you can aim at midfield. Let's slow it down a little bit to the right. Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra is downwind, runway 02, full stop, tune traffic. Alright, watch the altitude and parallel the runway for me. Feet low. Alright, established on downwind, not bad. Little low, but we'll take it. Plus or minus 200 feet, you remain that. Okay, let me take controls.
Your controls.
My controls. Or beam our touchdown point. Power comes back. Gotta find a good spot for my seat. Guess that's fine. Okay, we're in the white arc, right? So first notch flaps. Got a Gulfstream sitting behind a Citation there.
Citation's got time to get out, doesn't he?
Yeah, I wonder if they're waiting for IFR release or something. the bumps. Tune traffic, Skyhawk 3, Charlie Sierra is turning left base, runway 02, full stop, tune traffic. Second notch in the turn.
Tune traffic, exit 604, take me active, runway 2 for a straight out departure, tune.
Get going, bud. Traffic, Skyhawk 3, Charlie Sierra is on final, runway 02, full stop, tune traffic. Okay, got a little crosswind from the left, so I'm just dipping the wing a little bit, a little bit of right rudder.
Tune traffic, exit jet, or November 604, Quebec Sierra, departing the area to the north, tune.
There's a bird. Alright, a little bit of wake turbulence, I think, there on the final. I get a little bit of that right behind these jets. Yep, nothing crazy from a light. Jet like a
not
citation,
available.
but
You threw in a lot of right rudder right at the time of flare.
yeah. Tune traffic, 3 Charlie Sierra is clearly active, Alpha 2, tune traffic. Okay, your controls.
My controls. Checklist. List time. Alright. After landing, flaps up. Carb heat off. Strobes off. They're off. Landing light off. Taxi light as required. Pitot heat off.
You're gonna hit the taxi light on. That top left.
Oh, taxi light as required should be.
Yeah, we'll use that, yeah.
Because we're taxiing. Alright. So we should lean the mixture.
Yep.
About to there.
Perfect.
Okay, and trim, takeoff trim. Something like that. Transponder off.
Hit nav light off. And then transponder goes to ground, that's fine.
Okay, that concludes the after landing checklist, so let's go.
Alright, and you can just say tune traffic, you are taxiing to east tie downs via Romeo 3.
I'm gonna rehearse this. John tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, taxiing to east tie downs via Romeo 3, John tune traffic.
Perfect.
Okay. John tune traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Sierra, taxiing to the east tie downs via Romeo 3, John tune traffic.
Nice. Do it. Alright, I feel like that was a productive day.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I want to be mindful that I have a lot to learn, and I'm still very uncomfortable in many, many ways. So I don't want to go too
natural.
fast.
That's definitely natural.
Romeo 3?
Yep.
Okay.
Got it. It all comes together in pieces, you know?
Yeah.
And remember the first day how all over the place we were just taxiing? Now you're taxiing, you know, it's all you. Next, you know, you get the takeoff better and better each time. Then it will be like takeoff's all you, you know, and then leveling off. You'll run me through slow flight. Everything looks good. We'll go into steep turn. You know, so it just keeps kind of going like that.
Yeah. You know, 3 Charlie Sierra's not so bad.
I like this plane.
Yeah, I think I was a little hard on it.
Yeah.
I wanted something more exotic. This is just the workman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this plane does the job. Oh, where were we? Weren't we over in this aisle right here on the end? Let's just put it next to Delta Papa there. So just swing it left.
I think Delta Papa's my least favorite.
It's an older model.
Yeah. I think it's also one of those things where like I don't know what the hell I'm doing anyway, so
yeah.
What am I to be worried about? So
I just kind of go ahead right through the middle here. I like that Vision jet. Jets.
Pretty.
Alright, yeah, just straight ahead.